Popup Shop. I'm your host, Keisha, and I'm here with my co-host, Kanika,
Hello.
and our virtual co-hosts right now that are selling on 3dpopupshop.com. Don't forget to check it out. Today, we are going to talk about customers who don't read. Now, if you're triggered by this, you could just hop off right now, okay? Because we're talking about you. All right. Come
Straight
in.
up.
Business owners, come in. We need to talk about this. All right. This is a situation. This is almost as big as a pandemic. All
Yeah,
right. For the
it's a
business
problem.
world. We need to talk about customers who don't read, or maybe they refuse to read. But the issue there is that if they don't read, they are not getting the pertinent information that they need so they can successfully receive your product, receive your service. And we want you to not fall a victim to customers who don't read. So, Kanika, please, do you have something to share about this? Like, what do you have to say about customers who don't read?
Girl, you want me to tell her or do you want to tell it?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna let you tell it. You
Okay.
tell it, girl.
Because
I'm just gonna
sometimes
feel the accolades right here, the accolades.
there it is. Keisha, because I mean, y'all may know, y'all may not know. Keisha come up in here as if she's all professional. Keisha, don't let Keisha fool you up in here, okay? So this girl, like I said, waving the receipt. And Keisha goes, she's like, yes. She's like, yes. On the receipt it says you have to pay your balance like on the day of the service in order for services to commence. Where does it say that? I don't see that nowhere. And so Keisha goes, you have your receipt? Of course. Keisha being real spiteful. Yes, she said, you have your receipt? Of course she has her receipt. She's waving it in your face like it's a flag. And Keisha goes, she points right there in the bottom of the receipt. It wasn't even in fine print. It said, this is a 50% deposit. The balance is due on the day of the service before the service is to be rendered.
I'm just trying to understand that how cheap do you want to get? How, like, how inexpensive do you want our services to be? This was early on, all right? And I know you understand when you're a small business, you kind of come out with, Kanika likes to call, humble prices,
Humble pricing.
okay? Where you humble yourself and you give some dirt cheap price to bring customers in. Now, come on. Our prices was already, even with the full payment, it was still dirt cheap. Okay. Anybody who is somebody knows that a MAC foundation powder one, okay, is going to be upwards of $25.
Girl,
That's
bye.
it.
Not 38.
There's no negotiation in that. Okay.
None.
And we're giving you a full face colors, with colors, with sparkle and shine. Okay.
Right.
Matted where it needs to be, sculpted where it needs to be, high, like just high volume lashes where it needs to be.
Right.
And literally all you can afford is barely the cost of this foundation. And you're trying to tell me that you're going to come up in here and think that us, you're going to see us, because we not only walked up in there, it wasn't just the Keisha and Kanika show. It was Keisha, Kanika, and a few others show. All right. We had a team. What are we supposed to do with this little dollars that you think you coming up in here with? Come
Right.
on.
Right.
Come on. And for me, it would have been no problem if, there was miscommunication where she just overlooked. All right. She overlooked that part where she needed to pay a balance. She overlooked it. You know what? It's cool. We get it. All you have to say is my bad, and you just, pay your balance. But she was still like huffing and puffing with it because
Yeah.
now she mad because now she showed up and now she sees everybody else um ready to give a service, to render a service, and she sees all of our faces beat, and now she wants to she's really caught off guard because now she still wants to figure out how to get her service without paying the balance.
That's it. She was
The
wrong and
customer is
strong.
not always right.
No.
F that. Okay? F that. The customer is not always right. If you as a business already have your policies, it is plain as day. It is clear. It's thorough and it is communicated. Several different spots for the people who don't look, who don't read, who don't care to figure out things.
Right.
You know, it's not fair for you. As business owners, we already have to figure out, what costs are we going to eat? What costs are we going to just humble
Right.
ourselves and hold on to and not pass on to the customers? You
Right.
understand? We already have to figure out that. We already have to almost wait, as Black business owners, we almost have
Talk.
to justify the cost of our labor, of our
There it
time.
is. There it
You
is.
understand it? For a customer to come in our face and talk about they're not going to pay us because they haven't read what we
Right.
wrote, the
Right.
policies.
Right.
Come on. How
That's
is it?
unacceptable.
How is that?
That's
So,
unacceptable.
Tanika, really, how is it that we can avoid this? Because there are going to be customers all day, every day that is going to try us as business owners. And
Right.
throughout the years, girls tried us. But this story really stood out because it was clear as day. Policies was written. As a matter of fact, I want to say just a few months ago, another customer tried us. It's unfortunate because at the end of the day, as the business, we tend to get, the shitty end of the stick, really.
Period.
All right,
Always.
because we're the one providing the service, but at the same time, we can't come and give the customer all this energy that we're giving right now. Because
Right. Right.
we talking to our peoples right now, so we could
Right.
give that energy that we be feeling. But in
Right.
front of the customers, we have to be all professional and all of that stuff, even though we are the ones in the right. We
Right.
are the ones who took time to write out our policies, to develop
Right.
and created our policies. But they don't want to read, and now they want to take the money out of our pockets.
Right.
It's not fair. It's really
Right.
not
Right.
fair.
Right.
But in your head, really, how can we avoid customers like this? Please enlighten us.
Bottom line, you can't avoid them. You can't avoid them because guess what? They do not read. Like they do not read. But what you can do is you can put up like an insurance, like a policy around your business as much as possible. What we learned from that experience was that people don't understand what a deposit means. You remember those conversations? We was like,
Right.
wait, but you put deposit. And so we had to write 50% deposit. But they still weren't understanding what 50% deposit. So this is what you have to do. You have to, you can't assume that people are smart. And I'm sorry to say it. You cannot assume that people are going to take the time out to read through everything that you are saying, but you have to make sure that you do your due diligence, you dot your I's, you cross your T's, you put everything up in there so that in the event that a customer wants to say, you never said, you can say, yes, it's right there. And if you understand how businesses work, that is what they do with all these other corporations. they put things in their fine policy, right? In the fine print, sorry. They put things in their fine print. And when you say, well, I didn't know that the APR was going to jump to 24%, what do they say? It's right there in the fine print. So they're basically saying it's your responsibility as a customer of my product and as a customer of my establishment to read the policies. So take a page out of their book and you make sure it is thorough, 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 thorough. It may seem time consuming, it may seem laborious, but you have to do it because customers like that young lady, and I have to say thank you very much for being out of pocket that day because you showed me what time it is. You showed me that customers are going to come up in here and be unruly regardless of how we present ourselves and what we do for you as a customer, and we need to continue to cover our bases and protect ourselves. So all my business ladies and businessmen out here listening to my voice right now, make sure that you are putting everything in writing because customers, they don't read, period. They
Yep.
don't, and we can't control them, and they're non-reading behind.
And when you get a little bit more coins, lawyer the F up.
Boom. We don't
And
play
there
with
you
that.
have it, folks. So if you enjoy this video or you want to hear more from us, please consider subscribing. Just click on that button below or click on another video. Listen, we need to help the Black businesses out here, all right? So head over to 3dpopupshop.com after you subscribe. Thanks.